Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some RuneScape, shall we? Morgan, good evening, good to see you. Well, we are going to be working on the quest called Desert Treasure this evening. This is actually, we're up to number 9 in the Maharat Mysteries sequence, so this is pretty exciting. We've been working, pretty tirelessly through these desert quests, and I have to say the desert quests have been some of my favorite, so I am excited about this. Now, we need to go to the archaeologist who's exploring the Bedouin camp southwest of the Shantae Pass. Fair enough. Now, before I do that, you can see my inventory is all full of shenanigans, so let me get rid of all of this stuff from the Karazi jungle that I was holding on to for Legends Quest. And no, Morgan, I really can't. It feels like it just started. It's wild. So I am going to just bounce over. I'm actually going to go to the Grand Exchange and just kind of put some stuff away and see what I need for this quest. So if there's anything specifically that my character needs to acquire, let's go ahead and get that now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put away these palm leaves. Here's my Cape of Legends, which is really cool, and I think I'm supposed to keep this in my inventory because it lets me teleport to that fairy ring, so we might have to overwrite our existing... let me put all these runes away for sure. I might have to overwrite my preset so that I'm always carrying this. The Holy Force, the Enchanted Vial, the Binding Book, the Blessed Bowl. Those are all completely ridiculous quest items that I'm sure I don't ever need again, but they go in the bank. Hey! Brunnen, what's up, my friend? I'm so glad you enjoyed those Planet Zoo tutorials. I love Planet Zoo. I played it so much, and it's such a fun game, but it has a lot of, there's just so much going on. It has a lot of complexity and kind of some quirkiness, and once you get it, it's just really an addicting game. The animals are super cute, and you can just keep building forever. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Sir Theodore, good evening, good to see you. We've got some other odds and ends that I'll just throw in here. I don't think I need my lockpick. So I'm going to sort these up like this. Be happy about that. And then I'm going to look at the quest. So we need water skins. All right, it's the desert, sure. A knife. It's on the tool belt. That's right, Sir Theodore. 12 magical logs. 6 steel bars. Wow, this is a lot of stuff. Look at that, lockpicks. Well, I'm going to need the lockpick again. This is like so much stuff that I can't even fit it in one inventory. So, okay. That's, yeah. Spiked boots. Hey. All right. Well, let's just go through and see what we have. I guess I have some 2... Here we go. I'll just get a couple of... I'll take 3. Grim Tales, that sounds great too, Sir Theodore. Yeah, there's a lot of quests in this game. So we're working. I believe... Okay, so I needed... Do I have... Oh, I do have magic logs. That's great. Oh... No, I have a plank box. I don't have a log container of any kind. I don't know if you can even get that. I'm going to deposit a bunch of my food just in case. So I think I needed... Did I need 12 magical logs? I'll look at that again. Okay, great, Sir Theodore. That's exciting. I'll take my lockpick. Do I have a silver bar? I do. Alright. I think I needed some charcoal. We're getting there. Let's see what else. What else? did you want me to have? Steel bars, molten glass, ashes, blood rune. Oh, good lord. Okay, we'll do what we can with the first set of this stuff. I mean, I can't carry the steel bars, the molten glass, but this is probably something I can just craft later. So I doubt that I need to carry the crafting stuff. I'm going to just pretend like I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to guess that most of this stuff I can just come to the bank later to get, but I'm going to try to cherry pick the items that I think I need immediately. Stat restore potions, anti-poison potions. Okay. Cake, spiked boots. So let's go back to the banker and just put all those away, and I'll put that away for now. Alright, so do I have a cake? You know I have a cake. And then I don't have any spiked boots. Are spiked boots, do you get those from the Slayer trainer, or is that something else? Yeah, I don't think... I got basilisk boots. Now, you get a spiked helmet from the Slayer trainer. I wonder, does the guy in Burthorpe or whatever who makes your mountaineering boots sell... Yes, I do. I was wondering if it's that blacksmith guy in, who sells the mountaineering boots, if I can get them from him. I thought I permanently had a set. Do I have to get a... Oh, these are my climbing boots. Do these count as spiked boots? Probably not. Let's go check it out. Well, you know what? I think maybe it'll unlock with the quest itself. So let's just start with the quest then. I'm going to do some of this really fast, and I don't know. Bang. Hey, red dragon. Alright, go put it on the bank. And then... red dragon. Backpack. Crispy, good evening. Hey, the Arch Glacier. 2 more days until that Starfield. That's awesome. Alright, very good. Now, I'm just doing this because there's a few skills that I need to raise up. There it is. For the next quest. So I want to get my cooking primed up. The climbing boots will do. Fantastic. I'm a professional with climbing boots. I have anti-poison with 3 charges, so I'll take 1. And then do I have stat restore potions? Super restore, that sounds pretty good. Alright. I feel better. I feel like I have some of the stuff that I'm supposed to have. So that seems more reasonable. Alright, let's go. We are going to Shantae Pass, so let's head over to Al-Kharid. Alright. So there's an archaeology site. There's one up here, but they said specifically one that was like southwest of Shantae Pass. So let me look at the map again. And southwest of Shantae Pass is like, oh, it's way down here. Oh, okay. This is like the one lodestone I don't have, but that's okay. We can get there. Oh, there's a fairy ring. BIQ. Sir Theodore, it was clearly a love triangle. All right, I'm going to do some fancy maneuvering, okay? This is egregious, but I want to do it anyway. BIQ. I'm going to use my Cape of Legends, my newly acquired Cape of Legends, to use the fairy ring. And we're going to go to BIQ, which is the Caridian Desert. Bam. Now that was a fairy ring maneuver. Alright, that's a weird old man. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. Oh, they're on this, like, God's head. Okay, so they're looking at the statue that's over here, maybe. And, oh no, maybe it's even further. Nah, so this is just somebody's house. It's like where Aladdin lives or something. That's fine. We need to go further. Oh, I remember this place. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Asgarnia Smith? Hi there. Howdy, stranger. Oh, it's Indiana Jones. He's got a whip and everything. That's right, I do remember that. We got Indiana Jones here again. What brings you to these parts? You got any quests? Call it a hunch, but you look like the type of man who might. Well, it's funny you should say that. I'm not sure if I would really call it a quest as such, but I found this ancient stone tablet in one of my excavations, and it would really help me out if you could go and take it back to Varric dig site for me and get it examined. It's very old and I don't recognize any of the inscriptions on it. Alright, we accept. Sure, I was heading that way anyway. Any particular reason? A person at the Varric dig site you want me to talk to? His name is Terry Belando. Give it to nobody but him. I'm sorry, I can't entrust you with the actual tablet I found. It is far too valuable to give away, but I took these etchings. They should be enough for him to make a preliminary translation on. Come back and let me know what he says. I would hate to waste my time excavating anything that isn't worth my time as a world-famous archaeologist. Can I do that? Alright, I'll try that, Sir Theodore. Oh yeah, it says you can swim right here. Well, I don't think I've ever done this before. Wow, that was... I dove straight through the ocean. And now... Oh. Okay, what is this? Okay, is this, some kind of sea creature? Yeah, I forgot to have my journal equipped. Alright, I'm gonna use this. Alright. Oh, where is it? Where is my archaeology journal? Is it not on me? Oh no, I have it in my back. I have it already. So I can use my journal to teleport. So Theodore, do not worry. I won't... There's many things I've pretended not to see, and I don't think too hard on it. It's not a big deal. Hey, Morbin Fell. Good evening. Good to see you. Alright, so now, what are we up to? We need to go find our good friend, Terry Belando. Is this Terry? That's the museum guard. Doesn't quite look like Terry. Alright, Oh, he's at the exam center. Okay. Well, I've spent a lot of time at this exam center. I know where that is. You know what? At this point in the game, I've got the fairy rings. I've got my archaeology journal. I've got my Cape of Legends. I've got, obviously, my Luck of the Dwarves, and then the Passage of the Abyss. I have a pretty reasonable method of teleporting, and let's not forget the hot air balloons. There he is. Terry! Oh, I almost forgot. One of the students discovered an ancient book. Seems right up your street. He hands me an ancient codex. Okay, thanks, buddy. What is this? Read the Codex Ultimatus. As you read the Codex, your mind fills with ancient combat techniques. What are those tentacles that are happening beneath me? You may now make use of the Blood Tendrils, 75 attack, Smoked Tendrils, and Shadow Tendrils range threshold abilities, as well as Ice Asylum ultimate ability. Interesting. Okay. Did I get that because I went to that sea creature? Why did he give me that? It said Zeros. Is this okay to read? Or is this part of the necromancy stuff? That's from the dig site? Okay. About the treasure hunter quest. Hey, are you Terry? That's right, who wants to know? Ah, yes, I recognize you. You're the fellow who found that strange artifact about Zeros for the museum, aren't you? What can I do for you now? That's right. I was in a desert town by the Bedouin camp, and I found an archaeologist who asked me to deliver this to you. You spoke to the legendary Asgarnia Smith? Quickly, let me see what he had to give you. He is always at the forefront of archaeological breakthroughs. So what does the inscription say? Anything interesting? This is fascinating. These cuneiforms seem to predate even the settlement we are excavating here. Yes, this is most interesting indeed. So this is older than Zeros? Can you translate it for me? Well, I'm not familiar with this particular language, but the similarity is inherent, and the pictographs seem to show a prevalent trend toward a syllabary consistent with the phonemes we have discovered in this excavation. So can you translate it for me or not? Well, unfortunately, this is the only example of this particular language I've ever seen, but I might be able to make a rough translation of sorts. It might be slightly obscure on the finer details, but it should be good enough to understand the rough meaning of what was originally written. I have a good feeling that this guy's vague translation is going to ruin us. Please wait just a moment. I'll write up what I can translate into a journal for you. Then you can take it back to Asgarnia. I think he will be extremely interested in the translation. Alright, so he's writing it up. Let me look at this codex. Herein lies an account of the arrival of the first legions of Zaros to Gielinor. Although Zeros' easy manipulation of our autocratic leader has been impressive, the 12 legions he now owns have yet to see his military acumen. My legion, the First Legion, was rightly chosen for the honor of being the first to witness it. To this end, he had brought a maniple of my legion. Now, maniple is a word I don't know if I've ever seen before. Just over 100 of Vernic shock troops to this place known as Gielinor to scout the area in preparation for the arrival of his entire host. Oh, that's right, Sir Theodore. So they're looking at the ancient Saradominus city called Cerinthium, but then the Zero stuff was even older and underneath that. So maybe it's not necessarily younger than the Desert God stuff. Oh, Roman army structure, Morbidfell says. Okay. To transport even this handful of troops such a distance was a remarkable feat, but to bring forth the rest would require a huge expenditure of energy, one that would weaken even him. We arrived in a region that was ruled over by, though it would perhaps be more accurate to say terrorized by, a beast that the local tribes named Lornob. The locals paid tribute to it by way of sacrifice in hopes of keeping it appeased, but they were only providing it with a feeding trough. Like a stray virus, feed it once and it will harass you forevermore. Yeah, I don't know. And I haven't been in this situation, so it's easy for me to judge, easy for me to say. But if you're ever in a place where someone or something demands human sacrifice, I don't see how that's ever the right answer. Like, okay, well, this seems to be the way to go. And Lornob, like, wasn't there some kind of, like, I did a quest that was above Varrock, with some kind of, like, massive beast that walked around, and I feel like there were spirits involved, like the ghost of a child or something like that. I don't know if that was involving human sacrifice, and if it has anything to do with this, but, like, I'm close to Varrock. Summer's End, that's right, Sir Theodore. But I don't know if there's any connection. There's probably not. It's just like, there's human sacrifice all over the place with these things, so maybe not. They worshipped it like a god. The Tolna dungeon? Do you mean the dungeon that's like the big rip in the ground with, like, the evil monster underneath that was, like, that I had to climb down the rope and there was just a gash in the land? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, I do remember that. In order to lay claim to this region and establish a foothold, we were ordered to kill the beast. Oh wait, they worshipped it like a god, and while it is true that the beast had divine power, it was still just a beast, albeit one with awareness and of purpose and its actions. So they were ordered to kill it, and they lured it out with a buffet of sacrifices taken from nearby villages. I don't know if you're allowed to use the word buffet in the context of human sacrifices. Like, it works, but it seems morally bankrupt, you know. It off-putting. I mean, maybe that's just me. So they had a bunch of human sacrifices and chants of "Hail, Lornob!" We did not have to wait long. It was part of their ruse for it to emerge from its lair. The beast was reptilian, with a low-slung body that sprouted two finned heads. Okay. As it moved in to feast, the trap was sprung. My Tsu Saroth roped its limbs and heads, pulling in all directions, while my smaller troops hacked at its necks. Within moments, it had lost both of its heads, and I turned to Zeros with pride at the ease of our victory. But he stood unmoving, waiting. I turned back in time to see 4 heads regrowing in place of the severed 2, and my Tsutsaroth being thrown about and set upon. The beast fought back with such savagery, killing many demons, but my troops were well disciplined and did not rout. They fought on, but for every head they removed, it grew 2 more. An impressive ability, worthy of absorption, but with such an ability, its victory over us was just a matter of time, and Zero simply watched. I'll admit, in that moment, I questioned his superiority. Hey, Nickman, good morning. Yeah, whenever you have exponential growth on your side, I don't know how you can be beaten. Although, I do have to, like, if you think about it this way, if Lornob grows 2 heads every time someone cuts off the head. You have to kind of give kudos to whomever fought Lornob the first time and then cut off the head thinking they'd won, and then the two heads grew back of Lornob, and then that person was like, you know what? I know a lost cause when I see one. I'm out. And they stopped, like they didn't cut anymore. Now these people keep cutting and keep making the problem worse. After an hour, most of my demons lay slain, and the beast now sported a dozen heads. It was at this moment that Zeros acted, and with one thunderous cry, he signaled the demons to retreat and captured the beast's attention. It saw him for the first time and charge, the beast's shadow lengthening over him, but Zeros stood his ground, only moving aside at the last second. From where Zeros had stood not a moment ago, from the beast's own shadow, erupted a mass of hideous purple tendrils, which snarled its forelimbs and tail, bringing it to a crashing halt. Oh, so this hole is what Zeros made to trap this thing? From the sky around it, more tendrils, sickly green, felt their way into the beast's maws, gagging and choking it, while bloody red ones whipped at its back and pierced its hide. The beast bled profusely. I shall never be able to forget the sound it made of so many heads crying out at once in anger and pain. Ah, anger, fear, confusion. Okay. At first, the beast merely seemed enraged and struggled against the tendrils, but each effort just saw them tighten their grip. Before long, it could scarcely move. Our new lord approached the beast, and as he did so, fear filled each one of its many eyes, and then confusion as our lord began to twist the many heads back on themselves, intertwining them with each other and locking them into place like some intricate puzzle of flesh. Wow. I'm so thrilled I can use this power. I like how much Zeros is like BMing the beast at this point. It's like, you've got it beaten. It's screaming in pain, and then he's like, now it's time for the sadistic elements of this. Let me just tie all of your heads in a knot. I'm just going to make a pretzel out of your heads. Is this okay? Finally, its eyes glazed over with hopelessness as the beast came to the realization of its fate and its powerlessness to avert it. Even I almost balked at our new lord's actions, not wishing such a cruel torture on even my most ruthless opponents, except perhaps on Duke Picus and his blasted omens. I wondered at Zeros' motives. Why waste time tormenting a vanquished beast? At first I thought it an act of pure sadism. Well, okay, so that's where I was. Pure sadism. But Zeros worked his will once more. Not tendrils this time, but an ice-covered, crystalline structure which seemed to sedate the beast somewhat and salve its wounds. Between the tendrils and the crystals it was held firm in a broken, tormented state, but placid. Within the ring, formed from the many twisted heads of the beasts, Zeros conjured a new portal to Infernus. This had been his plan all along, not to kill the beast, but to turn its divine essence into a power source for a portal. The remainder of my legion was the first to arrive through the Hydra Gate, and as it did so, one of the beast's head turned to stone. I could see in the beast's eyes that it knew what was happening, but it simply laid there in a contorted state, breathing slowly. Over the course of a month, the remaining legions poured forth from Infernus, and with each arrival, more of the beast's power drained, and another of its heads turned to stone. With the arrival of Duke Quirinus's 12th Legion, the last of the beast's heads turned to stone, and so too did its body. Wow. I mean, this is like, now I feel terrible for the beast. I don't even know, like, was it established that the beast was evil in some way, or was it just a beast that, like, the writer of this wanted to kill to impress Zeros, almost lost all of his warriors, and then Zeros uses the newly, like, powered up beast to power a portal to bring through his armies. Is Infernus the same plane or principle that allows the teleportation to work? Is that the same dimension that you're going through, or is that not related? Because you know how, like, so Infernus is the plane where most demons live. So that's where, when we're teleported, we like quickly pass through Infernus to get here. Oh, the Abyss is the place between worlds? Okay. Alright. Only then did the tendrils subside and the crystal dissipate. The god that had once been Lornab now stood as a twisted monument, assigned to anyone who would oppose Lord Zeros, whose superiority was now absolute. Hail Zeros, Duke Nemesis, the inescapable. Wow. So that really establishes Zeros as pretty powerful. So, Lornab was then a god that was killed by another god, according to the Duke's writings. Interesting. Alright, talk to me, dude. Desert. There you go. The book contains the sum of my translating ability, which is like a 2 out of 10. If you would be so kind as to take that back to Asgarnia, I think it will reassure him that he's on the right track for a find of great archaeological importance. Wow, you write really quickly, don't you? What can I say? It's a skill I picked up through my many years of taking field notes. Alright. Oh yeah, check my skills. Okay. So, if I go, for example... I'm looking for tentacles. Is this it right here? Smoke tendrils. I have the ability. Tendrils of smoke whip at the target's feet. I see. Okay, so they're not that great. Interesting. Okay, well, at least we got them. And let's read the translation. This is a rough translation of the stone tablet brought to me by courier earlier today. I'm the courier. You gotta name me, buddy. The cuneiforms of this particular tablet are far different to anything I've previously seen in my career as an archaeological expert. Where possible, I have given an accurate a translation as possible, but some of the words I have attempted to translate hold different meanings depending upon their intonation and context. Due to my unfamiliarity with this language, I have given possible translations for these words wherever I have encountered them. Wherever I have a word in brackets, I gotta tell you what. This guy repeats his words quite a lot. He says the word possible 3 times in these past few sentences, and now he's repeated wherever. We need to, I mean, I guess it's his field notes, so he's not a man of many, a large vocabulary. It is a word which has many meanings depending on the context, although the general meaning, meaning, context, should be clear even to casual study. Exactly, Sir Theodore. Hopefully this translation will help you in your excavations, Asgarnia, and as usual, I look forward to seeing what relics you bring back to the Museum of Fair. This time, your friend as always, Terry Blondo. Translation follows. There are some missing sentence fragments here, presumably from a stone tablet preceding this one, which you have not yet discovered. The permanent exile/journey of the people ended, and so it came to pass that deep... I just have a quick question, not like it matters, but maybe it's a British thing. He says, wherever I have a word in brackets, it is a word which has different meanings. I would call these parentheses and not brackets, but maybe that's just my own... Like, the brackets are square. Maybe you can call these brackets, even though they're rounded. I don't know. And so it came to pass that deep in the fiery, uncomfortable desert, the gods decided, whoa, that's a pretty big jump, amongst themselves that the fortress home would be the selected chosen place that would imprison or conceal the wealth power, thus guarded, protected by the unusually archaic word here. I believe it means either the sick or the dead, depending on the context, and defended by diamonds or crystals of... This is untranslatable, so it was that the gods left 4 diamonds. Okay, so this actually makes sense, right? Because the diamond... Okay, Sir Theodore, that makes sense. Well, then there you go. So the diamond goes back to the earlier part of the Desert Quest. It's guarded or protected, again, and held by the worthy so that the wealth might be forever imprisoned. I have a feeling that we're going to unwisely unearth this, or... What was the name of the female goddess? Was it like Amoket? Or what was the evil woman who we were battling before? She was trying to get the diamonds as well. Amaskut, yes. Was that right? Like, I feel like everybody's trying to get these things, but it's been a while. There seems to be some further missing information continued onto a further tablet, but from this preliminary translation, I think you may be onto something very big indeed. All right. Good news. Okay, so, all right, we'll go back to the camp. Oh, so those diamonds are not related. Okay. I have turned into butterflies. Watch me roar. Do-do-do. Asgarnia. Oh, wait a minute. So you're saying, Nickman, that Amaskut was just one of the gods in the desert area, and then when Zeros was bringing the armies through from Infernus, she had to fight Zeros' power, and in that, she got driven insane because of the battle in some way? So there was like a confrontation of... Like, Zeros already killed that god that we just talked about, Lornab or whatever. So I can only assume that, you know, Zeros is arriving to Gielinor to try to, like, take the whole thing over. And then there are some pre-existing gods, perhaps, that were here that resist the intrusion. Okay. Hello there. So, what did Terry Belando say about those etchings? Wow, Sir Theodore, that's quite the change. Did he give you a translation? Yeah, he did. I have it here in the book. Did you take a read of this? It'll do you good to understand how this profession works. Here, have a read. I already did read it, but, thanks. I beat you to the punch, dude. I read this already, but I appreciate it. Hi. Yeah, he did. He gave the book. Okay. No, I did read it. I read the book. What else do you want me to do? Okay, wait a minute. What am I supposed to say? Don't read it? Oh, did he? I didn't want to offend him to be like, I'm not going to read your dumb book. Yeah, I did. Kind of boring, really. Excellent. Just give me a moment to read this and talk to me again. I love how my extrapolation was that it was kind of boring. Yeah, it was dumb. Hi. Interesting. It seems to me like there's some kind of treasure hidden out in the desert. So what do you say? Fancy being a treasure hunter? Like me? If I get that hat, you got it. Don't you mean archaeologist? Yes, an archaeologist. It's all this hot sun getting to me, I think. Well, anyway, let's just assume there is a treasure hidden in the desert somewhere, and let's just say, for the sake of argument, that maybe I found a big stash of gold and treasure. I wouldn't necessarily just hand it all over to the Museum of Varrock. That's right. Desert treasure. I like how shady this guy is. He's like, I keep it. Let's also say, purely hypothetically, that if there were such a big stash of treasure and someone were to help me find it, then that hypothetical person might be entitled to, oh, let's say purely for the sake of argument, 30% split. 50%. That's right. A purely for the sake of argument 50-50 split on this hypothetical treasure should it exist. Do you see where I'm going with this? You want me to help you find some treasure for a 50% share as long as I don't tell anybody and your reputation as an esteemed archaeologist with the Museum of Varrock remains intact and nobody discovers you're actually just a treasure hunter. Yes, but the way you said it makes it sound like I'm doing something wrong. So what do you say? Partners? You got it. Well, I guess nobody's really going to lose out on anything, and we don't even know if there is any treasure. I know. It belongs in a museum. Go on, count me in. Good lad. Well, if we split up, we'll be able to find it quicker. I'll continue searching around here in this Bedouin camp. You'll head due south to the bandit village. If either of us find anything, we'll come find each other and say what, okay? You head due south, see what you can find out about this tablet. All right, buddy. I'll do exactly what you said. I'll go to the bandit camp. Whoa. Time to die, Ceradominist filth. What's going on in there? Oh my god. Wait, he says I'm Zamarakian scum. Ah, you got it. That's not right, dude. You got it twisted. Oh, so they just attack you for whatever religion you are? I'm wearing, Aram's hood, the farming cape, Amulet of Fury, Luck of the Dwarves. I do have the Staff of Light. They probably don't like that. Robe. I do have the Gloves of Subjugation as well on. So I've got a little bit of everything. Bandit shopkeeper. Hello. Stuff for sale. You buying? Yep. Okay. Desert stuff for me. Oh, he didn't like that. All right, talk to him. What do you want, lad? I'm here on an archaeological expedition for the museum. I believe there may be some interesting artifacts in the area. I have no interest in the world that betrayed my people. I gotta tell you what. I'm speaking for myself, as I always do. But I might just have found the rejoinder that I give anyone who approaches me in conversation if I'm having a bad day. If I don't want to engage or speak to another person, they come up, they try to interact, and I just say, I have no interest in the world that betrayed my people, and walk away. I mean, that is like such a mic drop. What is anybody going to do about that? Like, you can't argue with that. Hey, Cherry, what's up, my friend? You have, for Caves of Cud to get rid of the fungus, you need to get a injector to put the gel weep in. So you have to find like an empty injector so you can craft the salve that you need. You could try to find somebody who sells that injector in the distilled. You know, that's where I found mine. They can be hard to find, but that's what you're looking for. I believe, if I'm remembering that correctly. It's been a while, Cherry, but that's what I think I remember. Yes, yes. Or I have to go and search for herbs now, Buana. I mean, there's such, like, amazing things where it's so deep and heavy. Like, how could you even search where you will? You will find nothing. Man. I'm going through this. You think I'm going to find nothing? Oh, how is it, Nick Man? The gods forsake us and drove us to this place. Anything of worth has been long gone. All right. That's cool, Nick Man. Did you try Halls of Torment that yet? All right, I'll tell you what. I love this. I love it. There are some things in this game that just make me so amused. Like, you come in here, and there's just like a doormat. I mean, it's a sand floor with rocks, but they're like, hey, wipe your feet. Like, come on now. Let's not bring in the desert. Clean them off. That's funny, Sir Theodore. All right. Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. No, I don't see any... well, what are these bottles? Nah, we can't investigate these. All right. We're opening it up. Okay. I have to just ask a question about the whole, like, RuneScape thing. If I was playing old school RuneScape, would people come into my stream from RuneScape 3 and say the same thing? Or is it only people who play old school who try to detract from people who are trying to enjoy a different game? Like, would I be playing and then people would be like, you gotta play RuneScape 3? old school is for jerks? Or is it both ways? Okay. Let's see what we got here. What do you want? I'm looking for artifacts. I believe there may be some interesting artifacts in the area. Alright, so he is worried about his people being betrayed. Oh, look at this. Treasure chest. I could see that for sure. I can see that. That's a good point. But beyond that, though, and this is just, again, I don't know much, but it just in generally, in my opinion, if you're trying to examine it, it looks very sturdy. These bandits are hostile enough. Oh, they said I needed a lockpick. Alright. They don't want me to rob them. Okay, fine. Hey, Mage, what's up? Good to see you. Yep, we're playing Terraria tomorrow, Mage. I know you're into that. And we're going to keep building up our summoner. Alright, this room looks like somebody's like just grinding bandits in there, I guess. Okay. Let's see. What do you want? I'm looking. Okay. So they're not going to help me. I have to search on my own. Now, whether or not it's like actually in their camp is something else altogether. Okay. I'm going to look around outdoors. It says I should head south to find out more about the treasure. Okay. Alright. I'm going to look around here, see if there's... I mean, there's like a big tusk or something coming out. Okay. There is? Okay, great. Let me find it. Is it the shopkeeper? I already tried to talk to him, but all they wanted to do was, like, trade. I guess he sells what he steals? That's right. Hello? No. No, bye then. Okay, it ain't that guy. Alright, bandit. Let's see if there's somebody else who's different in this place. Bandit. Alright. Oh, what's this person? Bandit. Okay. No. Alright. And let's see here. Bandit. Oh, it's the bartender. He's different. If you're not buying anything, I have nothing to say to you. Ask about desert treasure. I understand there's some kind of hidden treasure in these parts. Look around, pal. Does it look like there's any treasure near here? If I were you, I'd get lost before someone takes a dislike to your face and removes it for you. Wow. What a guy. Alright, we'll buy a drink. What's that? You want to buy a beer? It'll cost you 650 coins. I'm not buying it. Get out of my bar. We don't like your sort. Alright, fine. I gotta spend 650? This is extortion. Buy it. There you go. Now get out. We don't like your sort. Aww. Well, it helps you with attacking and thieving. You've had your drink. Now get out of here. I have nothing to say to the... No, wait. Look. I'm here on an archaeological expedition for the Museum of Barak. I'm only here looking for artifacts. Oh, really? Our inheritance is only sand and death. What do you expect to find out here in this desert forsaken by the gods? Whoa. Whoa. I heard about a fortress. Certain things have led me to believe there may be some kind of ruined fortress around here. Doubt it. What in the world would someone need to guard against in the middle of the desert? I don't know, the sandstorms? The oppressive wind, the heat, the fury of the gods? This bandit camp? A bag attack of sand? I think you're on the wrong track, Mr. So-called archaeologist. All right. Well, let's look for something else then. I heard about 4 diamonds, or crystals. The 4 diamonds of Azandara? How'd you hear about them? From you, actually. You told me about them. You've heard of them? It's just a fairy tale for children. Maybe one of the village elders might know more, but it's not really something I care about. Now get out of here. Your sword isn't welcome in my bar. All right? Worked out well. I've heard about the diamonds of Azandra. Or Azanadra. Not that I think it's any of your business, but when I was a child, I remember hearing the legend. I don't recall it particularly well, other than they are said to be to contain an incredible power. Yes, yes, I like it. If you really want to hear more about it, you'd be best off finding someone who cares about the past and the history of this area and stop bothering me. Oh, Azanadra? Azanadra. Alright, so I need to talk to someone who cares about the history? Alright, you. You look good, you've got a cape. Talk. What do you want, lad? I'm here on an expedition. I believe there may be interesting artifacts. That didn't work. Okay, that also is not working. So the only other person who's different is the shopkeeper or the village elder, which I don't believe I've met. Okay, Sir Theodore, let me look. Alright, we got bandit, 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 bandit. Let me see about... Oh, I'll go around the back. There's smoking ruin over here. Alright. Bandit. Bandit. Cactus. Bandit. Bandit, 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 bandit. Okay. Inside it, you mean? Okay. Oh, you're right. How did I miss this guy with the doormat? Eblis. Hello, I represent the Museum of Varric, and I have reason to believe there may be some kinds of artifacts of historical significance in the nearby area. Ah, yes, the only time people care about our existence is when they think they have something to gain from us. I mean, I don't get these bandits. Like, they're not really so much bandits as much as they're like spiritually crushed political refugees or something. Like, I don't even know how they're like existentially ground to dust. These people are so bitter and broken. Like, I don't even understand. Like, what motivates them to do anything? Okay. I have nothing to say to you. You and your kind are not welcome here. Please, if I can just have a few minutes of your time to ask some questions, I suppose I could spare you that. What do you wish to know about? Yeah, why is this place so hostile? You'd think I was asking you for money instead of just for answers to a few questions. It's a long story, and I doubt you have much interest in hearing it. Your sort never are. You just take what you can of ours and then abandon us once more to the desert. Your sort never are interested? That's not like a parallel construction. I don't understand. Like, so I get it. Like, anyway. I want to hear the story. I'd be quite interested to hear what it is you have to say to excuse the attitude everybody in this village seems to have. Yeah, that's right. Right back in your face, buddy. Ah, it all began many generations ago when our ancestors were proud rulers of these lands. My ancestors lived far to the north of here, and our land stretched from the sea in the east to the river Lum. Oh, okay. And the mountains of ice from coast to coast, north to south. Our domain was absolute. Ah, I see. So you were a imperialist who's been brought low by the times. Our God was kind to us and blessed us with prosperity and happiness, and in return we were merciless to his enemies wherever we found them. Okay. Then came the betrayal. Our God was banished, leaving us helpless to our fates. Without his protection, we were forced to fend for ourselves once more against the enemies that sought to destroy us through their petty jealousies. Yeah, it's probably a pretty petty jealousy when you drove them from their land and subjugated them through your conquest, fueled by the power of your god. I totally get it. It's so petty that they're angry from being forcibly displaced by your peoples. Ah, man. Why you gotta be so cheap? Oh, come on. Surely it was a long time ago. I'm sure they've forgotten about that. And I also like, it's funny how he's talking about petty jealousies when this is like generations prior. They're still upset about something that none of these people lived through. It's like, you weren't even there. Like, what are you still mad about? But they're being petty. We, however, should be commended for our ability to hold on to our rage at our god being killed. Okay. But we did not succumb without fighting. The spiteful Saradomin and pathetic Zamorak warred with each other, but the hatred they had for each other was as nothing to the hatred they held toward us. With each battle they waged, we lost more and more land, unable to fight on all fronts, and were pushed further and further south into God's forsaken desert. Our greatest hero, Azanandra, was finally trapped in a strange stone structure to the south of here and bound within by terrible powers. Now, Does this... Gosh, everything, like, overlaps, but I remember there was a quest here that I did with, like, with statues, and there was an underground chamber, and there was, like... Oh, man, I don't know if that had anything to do with this one or not. I had to have, like, certain stones of different sizes for that quest. It was in the desert, and then you went down into the ground, but, and with that, our lands, our homes, our very lives were stolen from us. It's... Oh, it's... Anadra? Yes, that's it. Too weak to reclaim what was rightfully ours, we made our homes here, knowing that someday... Azanadra. Rightfully ours. Yeah, that's the ticket, dude. I mean, the land belongs to us. You know, we make the rules. We draw these invisible lines, and it's ours. We got it. We'll return his magnificent power and bring us back to our former glory. So you're upset because of something that happened hundreds of years ago. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Seems like you should maybe find some closure and let the past go. Ooh, I'm playing therapist. Here we go. The insults heaped upon my race will never be forgotten. Never be forgiven and will never again be overlooked. Oh, okay. Someday a harsh wind will blow upon this land, uncovering the wrongs of the past, and we will get back what is rightfully ours. Azzy? Okay, I like it. Until such a day, we bide our time here, and will always be ready with our blades for our righteous vengeance. Alright, these are strange bandits. Okay, thanks for the tidbit. Alright, so we got the first part. Tell me of the 4 diamonds of Azzy. So tell me, did you ever hear something called the Diamonds of Azzy? This is the treasure which you seek? I mean, please accept my apologies, noble sir. I thought you were but some opportunistic thief, looking to steal what heritage we have left. Now I see that you are in fact a brave adventurer, looking to restore our glories back upon us. Well, I don't want to slow you down too much. You're on a roll here, but... It was going to kind of work out where I got the diamonds and the powers contained therein, like, for myself. But you don't have to know that. Like, let's just go along with what you think. Yeah. So anyway, you've heard of them? Heard of them? Of course I've heard of them. They are the legacy of our greatest ever hero. So, do you have any idea where they might be? I have a feeling they will be very valuable. Valuable as historical artifacts, I mean, obviously. They were stolen by warriors of the false god Zamorak generations ago. I really like the authenticity jabs that the gods have between themselves, like, and the followers of different gods. No, your god's false. Like, yeah, pretty powerful, like, but not the real one. You know, like, kind of a lower thing. We're just gonna call it superhuman, but not godlike. When you find the warriors, you will find the diamonds. I suspect they will not willingly part with such objects of power, however. Now, maybe, though, false doesn't mean, like, when you say false god, you could be he did say lowercase g, though, but I guess you could be meaning, like, okay, sure, there's many gods, but there's only one, like, supreme god, and then all the others are false. But then, or it could mean, like, yeah, there's a panoply of gods, but your god isn't even among the panoply of gods. Like, it's not a real god. It's, like, merely magical. Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. It just helps me understand, like, whether or not they were talking about there's only one god, and so all other gods are pretender gods, or no, that particular god is not authentic, and there's many gods. But that god doesn't have, like, authentic membership to the deity community. How do you mean? Each diamond has an elemental quality. Ooh. There is the diamond of blood, the diamond of ice, the diamond of smoke, and the diamond of shadow. Okay. You should expect the warriors to have taken some aspect of these diamonds as their own. Do you have any idea how I could track down these warriors somehow, then? There is an ancient spell I know of that may spy upon such power. Wow, that's handy, but it will require a few ingredients for it to work. Should you be willing to get these ingredients for me, I will be able to locate the rough area where each of these warriors has taken refuge. The spell is imprecise, but it should help you get on the right track in your search. I saw that, Nick, man. Okay. And it looks like the mini-quest leads to another mini-quest? It is your desire for our freedom strong enough? Would you gather the ingredients of the spell for me? Interesting. Okay, Nick, man. I vaguely remember that. Yeah, I got the ingredients, dude. What do you need? I'll need some scrying glasses. I'll need enough so that we can view the realm in its entirety. When enchanted, the scrying glass will be able to let us view any area that has been influenced by the presence of the diamonds of Azzy. Okay, but what do you need for the spell? Well, 6 scrying glasses should be sufficient. For each scrying glass, I will need 2 magic logs, a steel bar, and some molten glass. That makes 12 logs, 6 molten glass, and 6 steel bars. In addition, for the actual spell to enchant the glasses, I'll require a set of normal bones, some ash, some charcoal, and a single blood rune. Do you understand me? What kinds of bones do you need? Standard bones. Other types of bones are of no use to me in this spell. I'll go get it for you, dude. Okay. So now I know I need to bring him the stuff. And I don't know if I can partially... I have the charcoal, like, partially deliver, but let's go back and, you know, get him as much as we can, I guess. Interesting. Oh, partial delivery does work? Let me see. I have some of the stuff. Thank you. 12 logs, 6 bars, 6 glass. Oh, he didn't take my charcoal. I got the charcoal. What's your problem? All right. Oh, maybe I have to give it to him? Okay, you have to use it on him. Alright. Okay. It's 5, I think. 2005, Sir Theodore. Give me 12. It is pretty insane. Yes, I agree with that, Sir Theodore. I remember when, like, the whole Y2K thing was like a funny joke, you know, that you would talk about. And that was almost 25 years ago. Okay. I almost got enough. Okay. This quest gets, like, good marks because so far I can at least... It's like, you know, I have to fetch ingredients, but I can get where I need to go pretty quickly. I'm actually going to favorite this. Yes, I put it to number 2, and I used number 2. I'm, like, using the slickest transport methods. Can I ask a spoilery question? This is a spoiler. If I complete this quest, does it unlock the bandit camp lodestone? I'm, like, thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I'm working with the bandit camp, and I was like, I'm actually not doing too bad getting back to this place, but boy, wouldn't it be convenient if this became accessible to me. And it's like, you can kind of see the logic in, you know, RuneScape where they do that to you, where it's like, eventually you're like, oh, that we're going to give you a shortcut, and you're going to love it. Okay. Let's give the dude this stuff. Oh, that's cool. I gotta say, you know what's gonna happen? I think we all know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give, like, Eblis this strange collection of items and, like, wait for him to cast the spell, and then out back, it's gonna be like he's put together, like, a hot rod for himself, and he just, like, drives off into the sunset into this, like, awesome car that he's built out of, like, logs and bars and stuff. And it's like, okay, I should have seen that coming. Oh, I handed them all over. Sweet. All right. He's like, see you around, sucker. Alright. I need some more bars. That would be so funny. You've financed my dreams. Man, this guy looks pretty amazing. Alright, yes, I do have some steel bars. No, I don't want to, I don't want to withdraw like a bunch. Can I withdraw like just a few? No. So I'm at my metal bank, and I'm just trying to take some bars out. I'm having trouble remembering how to... I don't want to withdraw all. I just want to withdraw like a set number that I get to choose. I see the bars. I did, but it just says select steel bar. Withdraw X. I see begin project. I don't want to do that. I see withdraw all. I see deposit all. I see begin. Where am I missing the, Okay. Ah, thank you. Got him. I don't need 12. Actually, I only need 6, but that's okay. Alright. Doo-doo. No, I don't think so. There's no way they'll work noted, in my opinion. I wouldn't risk it. Alright, now I need more molten glass. If I can remember. Okay, I've got this and I got these, but let's see. Let me look at my skills and then just go to smithing, and then let's look for... If I wanted to make... Doo-doo-doo... Glass... Okay, it's not that. Is it crafting? A-doo-ba-doo. Glass orb. What about molten glass? Are you here? No. Okay. Well, I got my agility up to 82, which feels good. Cooking working. So, I forget how to make glass, also. And it's not, I have 2, but I... I need 6 pieces, and I only have 4. Is this a drop from something, or can you actually make this? You need buckets of sand and seaweed or soda ash? Okay. I have buckets of sand. And I have seaweed. I have searing ashes. I have ground seaweed. Do I just burn the seaweed on a fire? Okay. All right. We can sort of do this. The lunar spell. So I'd have to travel, change my magic, and then I would be able to use the lunar spell to make molten glass. Okay. We could do that too. It seems a shame that I had some of it, but not enough. All right. Okay. And then let's see what else we needed. I need ash, bones, a blood rune. Yeah, it doesn't sound good, does it, Sir Theodore? He's like, trust me, this is all normal stuff that you're giving to me. Okay. Alright, so I got blood rune, ash, bones. I think we're okay. We've got your bones. What do you think the over-under is that Indiana Asgarnia Jones has been just twiddling his thumbs, making absolutely no progress while I've been doing this? I mean, he did find the first tablet, presumably. Alright, how you doing? That's all the ingredients I need to create the scrying glasses. I will find a suitable spot in the desert to the east of here and set them up. When you're ready to begin your search, please come and find me. I'll show you how to utilize the mirrors to find the diamonds. Great. I'm thrilled about this. East of here. A suitable spot. I thought I'm going east. Like, does he mean up on the mountains? Isn't this way east from the camp? Ah, southeast. Hey, hot dog, good evening. I just had to go around the mountain to get east, but yeah, okay. That's a good point. Oh yeah, he set them all up around the lodestone. Oh, these are really nice scrying glasses. And here I was, like, making fun of them. He didn't make a Lamborghini after all. You got here at last. As you may have noticed, I have made the mirrors for the spell and cast the enchantment upon them. By simply looking into each mirror, you will be able to see the area where the trace magics from the diamonds of Azzy are emanating from. Unfortunately, I cannot narrow the search closer with this kind of spell. But if you search the areas shown to you, you may be able to find some clues leading you to the evil warriors of Zamorak who stole the diamonds in the first place. So you can't be any more specific about where to look for these warriors and their diamonds. I'm afraid not, other than the direction that the mirror is facing will be approximately the direction you'll need to head. Make sure to come speak to me when you've retrieved all the diamonds. Trust me. I don't know what those are, Sir Theodore. Is that Zamorak's blessing? I'll tell you what I do know, though. I think it's hilarious that we're both operating under the pretense that I'm going to return to him when I have found the diamonds. Yes, I'll be back. You just tell me. Okay, so look into the mirror. What you got? Where's it going? Oh, Canifis. Okay, that's far away. All right, we're going to be talking to some werewolves. Sure. And a well. Okay. No, wait, am I supposed to, like, be triangulating my position, or should I be looking in each location? All right, pyramid. Okay, so I need to go then to Canifis and explore. This one's close by. I like the look of this one a good bit. Oh. Okay. That's not MacGruber's. That wasn't... Let me see what in the background here. Okay, there's a tower back there. Okay, I gotcha. Hey, Pistol, what's up, my friend? Good evening, good to see you. And then... Alright. Yetis. Ice Gate. Ice Troll. I was going to say it was one of these miscellanea. That one looks like it's, you know, Jod So or whatever. Yes, you're right about that, Sir Theodore. Okay. Well, let's go to Canifus. Actually, let's go over here. What is this? Who is this? Oh, that's Sir Theodore. Hi, Sir Theodore. Nice, Pistol. Awesome, my friend. You're doing well. Alright, so I saw this on the map, and is it like... What do I do? Am I like digging a hole? Do I need my shovel? Right. I mean, the diamond of smoke, there is smoke over here. I did see this smoke earlier. You are keeping warm. Nah, it's not really doing anything. Alright. That dream died really fast. Talk to this bartender again. I always use it as my placeholder of value. It's probably wrong, but if you remember back to the quest, like the Romeo and Juliet quest between the Viking woman and the dwarven man, where like you have to buy a diamond ring for that to happen, and you purchased a diamond ring for their ceremony for 10 gold. So I'm always using like 10 gold as a barometer for a diamond ring. So this man charging me 650 gold for a tankard of beer is approximately 65 diamond rings in price. It does seem a bit steep. It was just a gold ring. Okay, either way, think about the implications of 65 gold rings for a mug of beer. Yeah, even if it was just that, it's bad. Nah, this ain't good. Okay. I'm gonna talk to my dude really fast. I gotta talk to the guy. See if I can get some info about what exactly I'm supposed to do at these locations. You're getting visited, Sir Theodore, by a morbid fellow. He's like, hey, how's it going? So, can you give me any help on where to find him? No, it's powerful but inaccurate. The direction the glass faces is roughly the direction you will find the warrior, but I'm afraid I can't be any more help than that. I don't understand why there are 6 mirrors when there are only 4 diamonds. As I say, the enchantment is very inaccurate. I can only focus upon the aura the diamonds have left behind them, so any place where the diamonds were present for a significant period of time will still be shown, such as the bandit camp, where I make my own home. Oh. My apologies, but the magic is inaccurate. Don't forget to come back when you've collected the diamonds. Okay. So, well, here's something. I don't think it's going to work, but... I mean... We did find a locked treasure chest over here. Are you keeping one of the diamonds in here? Okay. If they are, it's not the right time. Fine. Alright, so... It is interesting, like, who am I supposed to talk to? Out of my way, punk. Okay. You gotta love these people. Alright, Rovar, my Lord Malik, what brings you here? Oh, look at this vampire. You know very well that your tithe is due, Rovar. I am here to collect it this time. Yes, of course, sire, but surely your graciousness is too important to perform such menial duties such as this himself? Is this not Gatarank's job, your most high beneficence? Indeed it is, Rovar, but I cannot find that incompetent fool. Oh ho ho! Now it's happening. And assuming that you are not the one who wishes to tell Lord Drakon that his tithe has not been collected, I saw fit to take on the duty myself this time. Of course, my lord, I meant no disrespect. So, do you have the tithe ready for me? Of course, my lord, I trust you will find it all there and in good order? Well, for your sake, you had better hope that indeed it is. The mood I am in for having to come to this wolfen cesspit means any shortfall is coming from you directly. Then again, perhaps this was not a total waste of my time after all. You there! Me? Yes, you. Your bearing suggests you're not one of the usual peasants, and your stench suggests you are not one of these filthy wolfen folk. Come here, I'd like to know what you are doing in these lands. That's right, hot dog, he did. Okay. Yeah, sure, let's talk to this guy, he's great. A human? Give me one good reason why I should not just take you to Lord Drakon now. You'd better make it a good one, too, or you will not survive the night, I'll wager. I'm looking for a special diamond. I have reason to believe it's somewhere in this vicinity, and it's probably in the possession of a warrior of Zamorak. I'm fairly sure we'll have some kind of magical aura or something, too. I don't suppose you've seen it or know where it might be? Interesting. Well, perhaps we can come to a little arrangement, human. I may have information that may assist you, but in turn, you'll have to do something for me. What do you say? Oh, 1 second. One second, everyone. The Steam should... Hopefully it'll reconnect. Hello? I don't know if you guys can see me now. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know what happened. I think maybe my internet just, like, crashed for 1 second or something. I've been playing the game and reading the text, so let me go back and catch you up again and read it again. Okay. So basically, I told this dude that I'm looking for the diamond, and then he was like, hey, I can help you out, but you gotta help me out. Alright, here we go. I may have information that may assist you, and we have to agree. Well, what kind of something? No offense, but you're not exactly the trustworthy type. Ah, you have a healthy sense of paranoia, I see. It is not a particularly unfair request on my part. All I ask is that you ensure that the current owner of the diamond is killed. For my part, I will let you know his whereabouts and how exactly to kill him. When he is dead, you may take the diamond from his corpse and do with it what you will. I have no interest in such baubles. So what say you, a life for a diamond? As a mark of good faith, I'll give you some information for free. The current owner of this diamond is named Desos. Oh, that's interesting, Sir Theodore. But he's the Lord of Canifis, but then why is he... Does he just live in, like, the posh section of Vampire Town? Because he's like, I hate coming out to this town. So he doesn't have, like, a little shack over here that he lives in. He just visits occasionally. He rules from afar, basically. Yeah, I agree. I can't see any drawback, except for the murder thing. Okay, I accept your offer. Now tell me what you know. What I know? Ha! After you've been alive for as long as I, the things I know are enough to fill a library. I'm afraid you will need to be a little more specific. Why do you want this guy dead? I don't exactly see how this bargain benefits you. Why exactly do you want him killed? That's an impertinent question to demand from myself. However, if it will help seal our deal, I'll let you know some of the details. As you may or may not know, myself and my bloodkin are the rulers of this land, all serving under Lord Drakon. However, we tend to not die of old age or similar natural causes, which means that to gain another lord's title or land, there often need to be unnatural causes of death involved. Let's just say that Desos is in control of some land that I myself would like some say in, and that it is not in my interest to be seen to be responsible for the death of a fellow lord. It would, however, be extremely advantageous to myself should some random human adventurer take it upon themselves to remove this rival for me. Do you understand? Yeah, I think so. Good. We understand each other then. We will both benefit from the death of Desos. Where can I find him? He currently resides in a graveyard to the southeast of here. You will not be able to move the gravestone which he lies beneath, however. You will need some way to lure him out from his tomb. And how exactly would I go about doing that? Well, he's a vampire, so fresh blood would almost certainly entice him out. However, even though he is a frail and decrepit example of our species, he will be able to kill a weakling human such as yourself extremely easily. Having him in the bloodlust as he does so will not make your job any easier. How will I kill him? As ancient and weak as Desos is, he's still more than a match for the likes of you. That is, assuming you were to fight him fairly. My proposal would be for you to even up the odds a little bit. How would I go about doing that? Well, for my plan would be as follows. First, take a silver bar to the man living in the sewers in Draenor. He was an assistant to Count Draenor in some of his more interesting experiments many years past. Tell him you need a sacrificial offering pot. He will know what you speak of. It is a unique type of container used in various vampiric ceremonies. Then take that pot to Entrana and get it blessed by the head monk. This will lend the pot some holy power. If you then bring that silver pot to me, I will provide you with some fresh blood to put into it. To that pot of blood, you will add some crushed garlic and some spice to disguise the smell. Use that pot of blood on his tomb and he will be unable to resist rising and drinking from it. The combination of garlic, silver, and blessings from Saradomin will act upon him as a poison and allow you to kill him. This is just my suggestion, of course. You may ignore it if you wish, although I offer no guarantees of your ability to defeat him otherwise. Was there anything else you wanted? I don't need anything. It is pretty ridiculous, Sir Theodore. It really shows you how much this guy wants that dude dead. As you wish. Come see me when you've managed to kill him. Now, I was able to kill one of the Firewatch, right? Like one of the flying things. I can't use my special flail thing that I made take out this vampire. Not strong enough. Okay, so we need to take the silver bar to the dude in Draenor. Sure. Oh, okay. All right. Bank it. Fading, good evening, by the way. I saw you when I crashed. Withdraw 1 silver bar. Alright, let's go into the sewers down here. God, not really sure if I remember how to get into the sewers around these parts. I'll look for a staircase down. Is this a staircase? All right. Okay. Hello. You should not be down here. Ooh, look at this guy's face. I've dealt with this guy before, I feel like. He's like, look, I have my little furnace down here. That's all I need. Are you an assistant to Count Draenor? I used to have that honor. Why do you seek me? Hey, Druid, what's up, my friend? Good evening. Yes, of course. There you are. Put it to good use. Alright, I got the silver pot. So now we need to go to Entrana, which... Okay, fine. Alright, and then... No, I think that's the wrong way. I think it's over here. Hey, Distro, good evening. I would say dish as well. I don't usually have hamburgers for dessert. Main order is strange because it suggests that you're having some sub-orders. Oh, I see. I would still say dish. Well, it's just I'm having a hamburger for my order. Either one is fine to me, to be honest. I don't... The only one I don't like is dessert right there. Okay, I am nude. I'm smuggling items. Oh. You won't take the gloves of subjugation to Intrana? Come on, that doesn't seem right. The ship arrives. We're in. It's tough because, like, you can use order as a noun very freely. Like, if you go to because you get fast food, and hamburgers are often served at fast food, and the person taking your order would say, "Can I take your order?" Can I take being the verb, order being, the noun there. Like, can I take your order? And you could say, "I'll have a hamburger for my order." You could also say, for my order. Yeah, I don't know. If a student turned in a paper that said, "I'm having a hamburger for my main dish," or "I'm having a hamburger for my order," I wouldn't bother marking it. I would be fine with that. Greetings. Am I hurt? No, okay. Where's the big dude? Yeah, that definitely can be a problem. Usually you can contest it, though, if there's somebody proctoring the exam. Like, I've taught online classes before and had automated quizzes like that. That made, like, the department may have just a set of quizzes that they give for the class, and they've been like, a committee has constructed them, and it's like, I didn't make it, and you have to use them. But then the student has a chance to, like, appeal, like they could inquire. And in some cases like that, I will just use my own judgment and be like, yeah, that's actually fine. So, I know what the guy looks like, Sir Theodore, but I'm just looking for him There he is. I didn't see him at first. He's usually by this table, which was what threw me. Many greetings. Can you bless this for me? A somewhat strange request, but I see no harm in it. There you go. May serotonin walk with you. I love how this guy's like the head priest, and he's just like, can you bless this? And he just does it like instantly. He's like, yeah. I've been like blessing things all day long. Here, yeah, blessed it. Did it already. I just looked at it. It's blessed. Cannabis. Exactly, Druid. He's just like, look, blessing stuff is like a cantrip for me. I just do it. It's a bonus action. I do it instantly. That was interesting, Nick, man. I found him. I got the pot. Now where can I get some fresh blood? Ow! Did he just hit me and take my own blood? Yep, it's filled. Why are you still here? I notice he still lives. Okay. So I got the blood. Now I need garlic and some spices. What's this candle lantern? Where in God's name did that come from? When they say spices, do they mean the spices that you can buy in Taverley? Like gnome spice, regular spice, expensive spice. Okay, so I think I put one spice and one garlic. That should be enough, right? Or do they want more than that? Alright, seems fine. A blessed silver pot filled with blood, garlic, and spices. That sounds delicious. Alright, so southeast of here is a graveyard. So I'm in Canifis. And then they're saying, like, southeast of here is some kind of graveyard. I guess this right here? Oh, they mean further through the mire? Okay. my Silverhawk boots. Need my Amulet Fury. Archaeology journal. Okay. I've seen it. It is scary. Alright, there we go. That's right, I had to sketch it. I do remember that. Oh, okay, thank you. Some food? Sure, I can bring food. I've got food. You're darn right I've got food. Alright. I got a cake. Also very powerful. Alright, I'm looking for a crumbly graveyard. Anybody seen one? Graveyard. That's a werewolf, that's cool. Now I need to go to a graveyard. This way. Do-do-do. Oh, I went the wrong way, huh? Make it. Yeah. Oh god, these guys. I didn't bring my pouch. My food. I'm ruined. I know. It is amazing how good my character is at getting to the click. Oh, there's a bunch of bones over there. I ran out of run speed. Imagine that. Run. Oh god, there's so many of these guys. They better not eat my cake. Vanstrom claws? Alright. Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. Just drop it? What do you mean? Okay. You pour it on the tomb. This guy's gonna eat it. Alright, he's coming at me. Alright, we're gonna give him all the good stuff here. Soon you will be strangled. Do. Don't make me do it. You're making me do it. Power of light time, buddy. Yeah. Take that. That's your punishment. Yeah. That he's dead, but where's the diamond? If he lied, he's gonna pay. Examine the tomb. An ancient-looking tomb. I killed the guy. Oh, wrong place. Whoops. We're coming back. Hey, Steven. Good evening, my friend. I know, it is crazy how long this game has been around and how many different, how many quests and iterations, and the fact that it just still gets updates, like Necromancy just came out. Ah, the wandering hero returns. I take it you've dispatched poor old Dessus for me? Quit playing games with me, Malik. I want that diamond and I want it now. Do not take that tone of voice with me, meat. You should be thankful I have allowed you to, your life. Here, take your precious little bauble. I will not take that silver pot from you as well. Humans are not meant to possess such artifacts. Now get out of my sight. Our deal is complete. And if I see you here again, I will not hesitate to take you to Lord Drakan. He will be extremely pleased to meet the murderer of poor Dessus, I suspect. Boy. Wait, who just tried to fight me? I wonder what that was all about. Somebody just came up and attacked me. They were like, you're not worthy. It's an actual blood diamond. Was that the guy who was supposed to pay the tithe? I didn't even see who that was who just got wrecked. But he doesn't even need this. Oh, that was a mysterious stranger? Interesting. Yeah, Malik is quite the scary chap. Alright, sweet. So we got one of the 4 diamonds that we need for Desert Treasure. And we know that one of them had a bunch of ice trolls, and we need to figure out where the other locations are. But we've made good progress, and I'm going to put some of this food away. I don't need it all. All right, Steven, take care, my friend. There we go. Sweet. So we'll get into the next 3 of these diamonds next week. It is indeed my bedtime, everyone. I want to thank you so much for coming out, playing some RuneScape, helping me get around, and we found 1 diamond. we're doing beautifully. We talked to some bandits. We read some information about Zeros. Lots of lore tonight, so we're putting the pieces together. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day, and tomorrow we'll be playing some Terraria and some Valheim if you want to stop by. Sir Theodore, Druid, Stephen, Nickman, Fading, Jenksky, Morgan, Distro, Hot Dog, Crispy Bacon. Take care, everybody. Have a great one.